Welcome to the 36th episode of the J&J podcast. My name is John.
And I'm Joe.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in on this awesome podcast. We have a fun-filled episode for you. Joe, how are you?
I'm doing well, John. I'm doing well. Just finished up RA training. It was a doozy. It had its moments, I'm not going to lie.
Sure, fair enough. I mean, they made you carry, like, buckets of water up a hill or something crazy like that, right?
No. We had to do a creek walk. And basically, John, what a creek walk is when you walk up a creek. But
what's a creep? Like Michael Jackson, or?
No, a creek, John, a creek. It's
Oh, a creek. I'm sorry. I live in New York. They don't have creeks.
Exactly my sentiment. So when I got there, I was really out of my element. It was a really interesting time.
And so why'd they make you carry water to a creek?
They didn't make us carry any. I don't know where you're getting water from, John.
I'm sorry. I thought you said something like that. Well, then what exactly did they make you do?
Just walk up the creek for I think we walked an hour and a half.
My God.
And then we got to the end of it, and we took a class picture.
That just sounds horrible.
It was rough. It was rough. I'm not gonna lie. And then that was pretty rough.
And have you done anything else?
We had to go bowling with some of the international freshmen. That was interesting.
They don't know any better. You know, I think it's really funny to mess with the international people. I think this is what you start to be doing. I'm in Manhattan a lot. I'll be on the subway, and some tourists will come up to me and say, "Oh, does this train stop at 42nd Street?" And I'll say, "Oh, well, did you X the conductor?" Like, "Oh no, I'm sorry." I said, "Yeah, you got to go up to the conductor and tell him you want the train to stop at that stop." And then so they'll get off the train, and as soon as they get off, the doors will close.
Oh, you're terrible. No.
Oh, I love messing with tourists. Speaking about the subway, Joe, did you hear about this was the other day? Some woman came onto the train in Manhattan, and she had I believe it was a bucket full of bugs. And she started throwing the bugs on people.
I'd be out of there so fast.
Well, Joe, you're on the train. You're locked in there. You know what I mean?
Bro, I would not be locked in there, man. I've never hit a woman in my life, or I would have made an exception that day. Though.
Right. She was throwing bugs and worms at people.
Yeah, I would have lost it.
Oh, me too. I'm trying not to throw up right now just thinking about it.
I want to just put it into perspective for the fans so they understand I'm not a lightweight about things. I had poop rubbed on me by a homeless man once during ministry.
When was this?
This was when I was on my mission trip.
Okay.
Right, and this homeless dude walks up to me and he asked me to pray with him. And I was going to pray with him. I put my hand on his. I was going to put my hand on his shoulder, but he had worms in his beard, he was really nasty. And he grabbed my hand, and his hand was just covered in poop, and he wiped the poop on my hand.
There's no amount of money that could make me want to do that. That's insane.
I didn't want to do that. I didn't know he had poop on his hand, but it was worth it for Jesus. But if some random person started throwing bugs on me, right? For me, poop is much easier to deal with than bugs.
For me, they're both on the same wavelength. I don't have a preference. I guess maybe bugs move. So
that's the thing. I can sort of understand. With poop, I just have to wash it off me, right? And that's it. But bugs, they carry disease. All right. Mm-hmm. Number one, they can multiply really quick. Number two, and number three, they crawl around, so you don't actually know if you're getting them off of you.
Oh, right. It's disgusting. So that happened. And I didn't watch the video because bugs and rodents and stuff, that stuff freaks me out. But I read about it.
Did they catch the lady?
I don't know if they caught her or not. I think she's still out there.
Well, I'm gonna avoid the subways from now on until she's caught.
Yeah, no, totally. Joe, what did you have for lunch today?
I'm on a fast today. I don't know if you know what that is.
Yeah. I mean, I thought typically the Jews do that, but.
No, Christians do it too. It's less practiced by the Christians, but we do it.
What are you fasting for?
I'm just fasting for to ask the Lord to bless, the school year coming up. I start school tomorrow.
Right.
Vacation of the Holy Spirit.
I start tomorrow as well, but right now it's still summertime. I had a hamburger. I've been insanely good on my diet. As you guys know, Joe and I are going to fill you in every single week on how much weight we lose. Last week I lost 4.4 pounds, and this week I lost 4.2. So that's 8.6 pounds down in 2 weeks. Joseph, what about you?
Well, John, just to fill in the fans on what's going on in my life, I had to move dorms. I had to switch dorms. And in the moving process of switching dorms, the scale that I was using was unfortunately lost. So I'm going to have to update you when I go to the next time I go to the gym and use the scale on there.
All right. I mean, I would think with moving though, like if you're like carrying like boxes and stuff, that's definitely going to help out losing weight.
Oh, you have no idea how much work I've done this last week alone. You know what I mean?
Right, totally. But it's all going to help you lose weight, I would say.
Hopefully.
You know, I am seriously like during the weekends I will have whatever I want, but during the week I've been very strict, and I've been very I am very strict and very good during the week, because I want, we gotta cut out this weight. It's been pretty bad.
Now I'm gonna let you in on a little secret, John. If you go off your diet every weekend, it's not gonna help you. You're gonna continue to gain weight.
But I'm not gaining, I'm losing. I'm down 8.6.
I'm just saying, though, if you go bad off your diet every weekend, that will come back to bite you on the butt.
All right, well, we'll see what happens. Because I don't think you can go totally strict, all week, because, I do think it, messes with your head a bit,
Well, I think a big problem, John, is, me and you particularly were raised in food culture.
Totally.
Right? We're almost where we equate food with love, right?
I would agree with that.
Right? Honestly, John, if I'm on my wedding night and my wife gives me a good sandwich, I'm much happier than, you know what I mean?
Than if she gave you sex?
I don't know. It'd be hard. And
I felt like that's where you were going, but you didn't exactly want to say it, so I figured I'd say it for you.
I don't have a problem saying the word sex, right?
Sex!
Right? But that's not the point. Seeing as I've never had sex before, I can't say whether I would enjoy it or food more. I can say at this point in my life,
I would say, I've never had sex either, but I would say that I would definitely enjoy sex more than food. Well, it depends on the food. I mean, are we talking a whole pizza here? I mean, let's get into this.
I would say, one of the deli sandwiches from the place down your street.
Right.
With anything you want on it.
Right. So, so you think you would enjoy a sandwich more than sex?
At this point in my life, I would have to say yes.
Now, what about a sandwich after sex? Ooh.
See, I don't know. I've never done a wedding night, so I don't know.
So basically, I mean, I what if you're having sex with your wife and then she's on her she's laying down on bed and then you just have and then
stop. We're not getting graphic. This is not a graphic podcast.
I'm saying though, what if you have a sandwich while she's while her back is to you,
Here's the thing, John. Here's my rationale for this. I can't have sex until I'm married. Okay?
I'm talking about when you're married.
Right. No, but listen. I can't have sex until I'm married. I'm not planning to get married for a while now, but I could have a sandwich whenever I want. Therefore, sandwiches are automatically better.
But what about the two of them together, though? It's what do you think that would be like?
No, I feel like one would take away from the other. Right? I feel like I wouldn't be able to do that.
We gave my Uncle Bob a Jell-O shot once for my birthday, and he's this is the priest, and he was it ruins the taste of the Jell-O. I'm no, I think the Jell-O gets in the way of the vodka. That's the way. Oh man, but
that's my point, though. I think that they would take away from each other. I wouldn't do that. I would want my entire devotion either set to my wife or to the sandwich.
We're about halfway into the podcast, and I think we should talk about something that we're going to be doing. Maybe it's a little bit of upgrades and stuff we're going to be doing. Joseph and I already have a YouTube channel, and Joseph has a YouTube channel, Carrying the Cross 17. We're both going to be making YouTube videos now, weekly YouTube videos of just out, going, doing things, and living life and just trying to entertain you guys on a more personal level. So I already uploaded my first video the other day, and it's gaining a lot of traction, actually. We're, in less than a week, we're already out to 1,320 views. So I'm grateful for that. And Joseph, you'll be creating those videos really soon, right?
Yeah, as soon as I can figure out how to.
Yeah, it's not that hard. But yeah, so we're both going to be doing that. I already created my first one. I have a bunch. I used to make videos when I was like in high school, and I kind of stopped because life got in the way. But if you go online, type in John Madigan.
You don't have a life. You're friends with me.
If you type in John Madigan or John Madigan Official, that's my YouTube channel, you can see all my old videos. But now, Joseph and I are going to start making newer videos just separately about our own personal subjects, and us just going out, doing things just like that. So you can watch those and be entertained even more for free. You know, it's interesting. You know, Joe, we're up to our 36th episode today, and, you know, give or take, you know, that means we provided about 30 free hours, I would say, of entertainment.
That's beautiful right there.
Realize, like, we've had over 30, like, just about. I mean, I don't want to say exactly because, you know, because we had some, you know, not every episode is, you know, an hour, but we've had just about 30 hours of free entertainment for people.
I don't know how to feel about that.
Why not?
I don't know, John. I feel like, see, if it was just hanging out with you for 30 hours, I would feel a lot more depressed. But I guess since I'm entertaining people, I can get behind it.
Yeah, no, it's pretty interesting. Just the fact that we're doing this, and I love it, you know, and I just think it's great that we're doing this now. Our longest episode was an hour and 47 minutes long. Can you believe that?
Wow, that's crazy, yo.
Yeah. But we do a lot of good things, and I'm really happy about that. And so yeah, guys, be on the lookout for those videos. Check out my first video I did. I was at the midnight launch of the Xbox One S, and I did an unboxing for it. And so I'm going to be doing a follow-up video to that, talking about the differences between that and the original Xbox. And I'm going to the MTV Video Music Awards today. In just a few hours, actually. So I'm going to be doing a vlog there. So I know that's going to gain a lot of views. So
now, John, have you gotten your Xbox? What is it? S?
Yes, the Xbox One S. Yes, I have it. It's all set up. I did. If you check out my YouTube video, I took a video at the midnight launch and I unboxed it for everybody. But yeah, the Xbox One S is all set up and everything, and it's really cool.
Tell me a little bit about it. I don't know enough about it.
So basically, it's like a lot of people are calling it what the original Xbox One should have been. There's a lot of features on it that that I'm not allowed to have, unfortunately, because I don't have a 4K television, and that's one of the biggest things. It has a 4K Blu-ray player built into it, and now games are being upscaled to 4K resolution, so you get a lot of nice graphics in it, and it's just going to be... If you have a 4K TV, it looks beautiful. Now, I unfortunately do not have one. I picked up the Xbox One S because I was able to trade in my old Xbox for one. And the reason why I'm doing this is because when Project Scorpio comes out next year, they're going to be having another one of those trade-in things, but not for the original Xbox One, only for the Xbox One S. So I wanted...
You spent money to buy something that you're just buying so you can trade it in.
So I can trade, right, because it's essentially this... I mean, it is faster, it has better processors in it, it has better graphics card, like, it has stuff of that nature. And if I get a 4K television, which I'm really hoping I am, it'll be 10 times better, you know what I mean?
Right.
And I'm hoping to get one. That's on my bucket list of things I want to get. It's really cool, though. It's 40% smaller than the original Xbox One. It's in white. It's really slick.
Turn the camera over so I can see it?
Yeah, sure. It might be better, though, for me to just send you a video, send you a picture. Can you see
Wow, it looks just like the Xbox 360 did.
Yeah, but it's in white. It's really slick. Also, I'm going to send you a picture right now so you can see it. But yeah, it's got a 4K Blu-ray player.
Don't send it to me because if... Hello?
I'm here.
Okay, don't send it to me because if you send me something on Facebook, it'll just take away from my already shoddy internet. Like, don't do it.
All right, but you can take a look at it later. It looks. I was very pleased with the design on it. I think the design on it was incredible. And if I get a 4K TV, it'll make it all worth it. Right now, it's pretty much the same thing. It's a little faster. It's a little better. Graphics are a little better, but not. But once I get a 4K TV, it'll truly stand out. It has HDR built into it, so if you have a 4K HDR TV, you get brighter colors and darker blacks. So that's really nice, and it's just going to allow for games to play a lot better. It's going to have a lot better processing power than the original Xbox One. And so when Project Scorpio comes out next year, I'll be able to trade this one in for money, so I can get the Project Scorpio. But the original Xbox now is going for like literally $20. I'm sorry, original for trade-in. If you were to trade in the original Xbox, they're offering like $20-25 for it. That's it.
Wow, that's sad.
Yeah, because now they're turning their focus to Xbox One S. Like, you see why I did it?
Right.
Because now I got 150 from my Xbox One.
Right. I hear you.
Yeah, so that's what it's really nice. It's really cool. And Joe, when you come over in November, we'll definitely do it. We'll definitely play it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, God, what did I want to talk to you about when it came down to technology? There was something I wanted to talk to you about. I'll think about it later. The other night, I was at a special MTV VMA pre-party at a club in New York City called Terminal 5, and that was crazy.
Was it really?
It was. What happened?
What was the best part?
The performances, they had a lot of people performing, Cash, Nathan Skies, and Flow Rider. That was really cool. I brought one of my good friends, Dice, with me, and we both...
I don't have any good friends other than me.
I brought my good friend Dice with me, and so we went there, and then today I am bolting. I'm going out to the Video Music Awards, and I am so excited for that. It's a very... So, Joe, I'm sure you don't even know what the VMAs are.
Not really.
We've talked about this before on the podcast, guys. Joe is very, when it comes down to things that are, I want to say popular, and this is not an insult, this is just really what it is. I would say when it comes down to stuff that are popular, Joseph, you're not exactly in the loop.
No, not really.
But you're fine with that, you know, it's not exactly a bad thing for you, it's just kind of the truth.
Right.
The VMAs, the MTV Video Music Awards, are pretty much, it's the biggest night in music, per se. This is an award ceremony, kind of like the Grammys, but every year something insane happens. Usually with Kanye West. Usually he does something insane. Last year he decided he's going to run for president. He announced that in 2020. Now, Joe...
Are you going to?
Yeah, no, he registered for it and everything. Now, Joe, 2020 comes along, Donald Trump versus Kanye West. Who are you voting for? Trump? Yeah. Yeah, I think that'll happen. Yeah. But imagine having Kim Kardashian as the first lady.
John, I really don't want to.
But it's the biggest night.
Obama was bad enough.
All right, well, let's not get too deep into it, but so the MTV VMAs are the biggest night in music, and it's very special for me because, number one, I love doing my show on MTV, but usually the Video Music Awards are in California, and they're bringing it to Madison Square Garden today for the very first time. So when I was given the opportunity to get a ticket, I jumped all over it. I was like, I have to do this,
Right.
And so this is very big for me, and I'm very excited. I got to get all dressed up and everything.
Don't do anything stupid.
What do you mean?
Just don't do anything stupid.
Like what?
No, don't have sex with anybody. Don't do drugs.
Joe, where am I gonna meet someone to have sex? What are you talking about?
I'm just saying, John.
Look at this. Do you think people want to have sex with this?
I sure hope not, but John, you live in a weird world. Apparently, you know.
People want to have sex with a McChicken, you know?
Just be careful. That's all I'm saying.
I will be fine, okay? I wouldn't worry if I were you. Nothing's gonna happen. I'll call you immediately afterwards, like I did during the party, because you were like, this is the same thing. You were worried about me going to the MTV party because you thought I was gonna have sex with somebody, and then I called you to let you know, like, hey, look, I'm gone, I'm okay, and you were like, at midnight, John, really?
Freaking midnight, man, really? Come on now.
When you called me 45 minutes beforehand, it's like...
There's a big difference between 11:15 and midnight.
Not for me, there isn't.
Seriously, bro, I was mad.
And I apologized.
I was freaking pissed.
Yeah, but yeah, so that's happening. So I'm going to that tonight, and next week I'll definitely give. I'll talk about my experience there, and but there'll be a video on my YouTube channel of the whole 9 yards of the whole experience going on, because this is something I want to document forever. I'm very excited for this. This is truly incredible.
You love your job, John?
Yes, I love my job. Then Joe, and one of the things is, Joe, you know, I wish you lived here so I could share these experiences with you. You know what I mean?
To be honest with you, John, I wouldn't come with you.
Really?
Yeah, not really.
Because it would be really cool, like, if you did come with me, because that would be, you know, it's a big experience. You know what I mean? It's like a story. You know what I mean? It's a story to tell.
I don't have any desire to do
it. I know, man. I know. But it's a big deal, and I'm pretty excited, and yeah, hopefully I hope it's everything I want. I'm very excited. It's gonna be a big moment. Yeah, cool. So what else did we say we're gonna talk about, Joe?
Oh, I don't remember. What were we gonna talk about?
There's a big thing going on right now with Marvel and Captain America. Have you heard about this? Apparently, Steve Rogers is not Captain America anymore.
Oh, great!
Wonderful.
What black woman did they replace him with now?
No, not that. Now, I haven't seen Civil War yet, but I just read the spoilers, so maybe you can bring some info into this. So, guys, spoiler if you haven't seen Captain America Civil War, because apparently there's a lot of things in there that pertain to this. But, so it says, not only did the Avengers split up during Captain America Civil War, but we also saw the Captain put down his shield. And apparently, this means that Steve Rogers is no longer Captain America. This is coming from the directors themselves, Joe and Anthony Russo. They said, I think him dropping that shield is him letting go of that identity. It's him admitting that certainly the identity of Captain America was in conflict with the very personal choice that he was making. They said, however, we will see him again in Avengers Infinity War. So apparently Steve Rogers will come back during Avengers Infinity War. But they're saying that's partially why he was not killed off in Civil War. But they're saying that people are speculating online that Steve Rogers is going to come back as Nomad.
I don't know who that is.
Who is Nomad? Nomad. Nomad is the name of several fiction characters appearing in the American comic books. Nomad. Oh, God. Oh, no. Okay, I see. Nomad is Jack Monroe. His father was an American stateside Nazi sympathizer. Well then. Guys, are you sure you're making the right decision here? It's like... So apparently Captain America was inside these Nomad comic books.
Like, my whole thing is this. I really like Steve Rogers. I really like Steve Rogers as Captain America.
Yeah, so it looks like Steve Rogers won't be coming back until, or at least the character won't be coming back until Avengers. And people are speculating online that the role of Captain America will either be given to Sam Wilson or Bucky Barnes.
And that's who they like. So I don't know if you haven't read the comic books, have you?
I'm reading the new ones, you know.
But did you read the old ones?
No.
So in the old ones, Captain America gets killed in Civil War, and then Bucky Barnes takes his place, and then after Bucky Barnes takes his place, then Sam Wilson takes his place.
So in a way, they're following the comic books.
Yes.
So I mean, isn't that what people want then?
Yeah. You can't make everyone happy, John.
So you're not happy with this, even though they're following the comic books?
Yeah. I didn't like in the comics that Captain America died. I wouldn't have had that happen, you know?
Yeah. It's unfortunate, but it happens.
But they bring him back to life in the comics.
How'd they bring him back?
So, I don't know if you know... Do you know the whole family thing between Loki and Thor and all that?
That's what's filming right now. They're filming Loki. I mean, I know they're like their stepbrothers or something.
They're like adopted brothers, but Loki's daughter is like the Queen of Hell, right? And so I think what happened in the comic books was Captain America went to hell, and Thor convinced his niece to give him back.
All right. You know, Joe, it wouldn't shock me if when people go down to hell, that the devil is not actually a man, it's a woman. That wouldn't shock me.
No, the Bible makes it pretty specific that the devil's a dude.
I feel like a woman could do more damage.
Definitely could, but just didn't. Really, angels are... It's weird. Like, angels in the Bible are really genderless, but they have names, you know what I mean, that are mostly male, you know what I mean?
Right.
That makes sense. Like, the word angel doesn't have a gender to it.
So, in a sense, though, are you grateful that the devil is a man and not a woman? Because a woman could do more damage?
I'm just grateful that I'm grateful that the Lord is who the Lord says he is. That's what I'll say about that.
Yeah, but... I mean, do you think the devil has a wife? Like, do you think he's ever dated?
I mean...
And was he on Ashley Madison? It's like...
That's a real complicated question. Would you
Let's get into it.
Here's the thing. We know that demons can have sex with people, because it happened. Happened in the Bible.
Yeah.
Basically, these demons, fallen angels, had sex with women. But the only recorded instances we have are male angels having sex with female women, human beings.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And they produce these really strange human beings that God was really not happy with.
Someone like me, right?
No. Like the giants, right? That David and Goliath. So the giants were one. They had special powers. Super strength, super speed.
Yeah.
Basically, a lot of your Olympic gods were really these half human, half demons.
I got you. So,
but yeah, I don't know if you have more questions. I can answer them as best as I can. The Bible's pretty hazy about it, though. I don't actually have a clear answer. Gotcha.
But these are the things I think about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, and it's totally legitimate. You're not the only person to think about it.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're talking about Satan. What do we talk about after Satan? I feel like I'm forgetting something. Do you remember?
Call it a good... I think we had a good, podcast. We can... The end.
Alrighty. Guys, thank you so much for listening to the J&J podcast. You can check out us. You please go online, buy our merchandise, www.spreadshirt.com/J&J podcast. And link is in the description of every episode. And if you have any feedback, comments, questions, send it to podcasts@jmadigan.com. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. Peace out, Cub Scout.